Hello and welcome to our show. My name is Doni and welcome to Doni Jones Live, where we have a real conversation about making a beautiful life. Today on our show, we're going to have a wonderful guest who's done some great things with his life. He's actually been on my radio program before, and I said, you know, after talking to this gentleman and after seeing what he's doing in the community, that I have got to get him on this broadcast. And so he was kind enough to set aside some time today to come on our show, and I'm talking about none other than Orrin Checkmate Hudson. How are you doing today?
Oh, best day of my life. You know why?
Why is that?
I get to meet you again. Touch me, make sure I'm not dreaming.
I know, right? We can touch each other, make sure we're not dreaming. But seriously, guys, the reason why I wanted him on the show is because I talk a lot about working with children and investing in our future and making a difference. And my other goal is to be able to shine a light on people that don't necessarily get the credit that they deserve for what they're doing in the community. Now, I really can't say that he doesn't get credit because he's all over the place. He's on CNN. I've seen him, you know, on BET. I've seen him, you know, traveling all over the United States promoting his program and raising funds for his programs, Be Someone. Can you talk to us a little bit about why I'm excited about you and what you do?
Well, it's been a struggle raising money for my program, because a lot of it is because I really hadn't been asking for support. I've been doing this 18 years. I've trained over 60,000 kids. But what are you training them to do? Because we skipped over that, and I apologize.
I'm
teaching children how to make great decisions, and we use the game of chess to do that. Okay. Chess is about choosing peace instead of violence. You know, two kings in India wanted the same piece of land, and they was going to shoot and kill each other for the land. And then people said, "Wait a minute, let's not do that. Let's come up with a game where the winner of the game gets the land." So they came up with the game chess. So chess is a way of teaching people to choose peace instead of violence. So I'm teaching young people how to make great decisions and to put brains before bullets.
Can we teach some of our politicians how to play chess?
Yeah, I need to do that. I've actually met Donald Trump and Barack Obama, so I've met the presidents. I met Jimmy Carter as well. But yeah, so I'm teaching people how to make great decisions and how to be a giver, not a taker. You know, I was a state trooper for 6 years. I had the blue light, the badge, the gun, but I've learned that people get arrested for taking. So we have to find ways to show people the ideal about giving and serving other people and putting other people serve. I've been a public servant my whole life. I was in the Air Force, I was a state trooper, and now I'm still a public servant.
Now, how did you go from being did you go straight from being a state trooper?
No, I was in the Air Force first. I went from the Air Force to a state trooper, and now I'm doing Be Someone because 7 people were shot in a robbery for $2,000. And I said to myself, evil prevails when good people do nothing. So I started a crime prevention program teaching young people.
Now, where was this at?
This happened in Queens, New York. 7 people were shot in a robbery, and I'm just teaching people to go after the cash with a K. K for knowledge, A for attitude, S for skills, and H for habits. And I'm just teaching them how to cash in. And once you get this cash is king. So I'm teaching people how to recognize patterns and how to pause, how to ponder, how to pray before you proceed, then you can prevail.
Now, when you first started, and I guess I'm coming back to this because as an entrepreneur, people are always asking me, Doni, how did you get started in your business? Did you just have somebody come in, give you money, and,
no, I did not.
And get you started? How did you get started? Because this isn't just about you building Be Someone. I like to inspire people to follow their dreams, and you followed yours. You actually took an idea, put pen to paper, and went for it. How did you actually start?
Be Someone. I went for broke. When the 7 people were shot in a robbery for $2,000, I said that's enough. I mean, we have to get to the root cause of the problem. We got to teach people that there's a better way. And I did it because I used to be on the wrong tracks.
Tell us about that.
And a white teacher. I came from a large family. It was 14 of us in the home. And I used to wear hand-me-downs. And as a result of wearing hand-me-downs, I can remember going to school wearing some of my older brother's jeans. They were so thin.
Lucky you didn't have sisters, because you had to wear your sister's
clothes. Trust me, I wore some of my sister's clothes too. I wore some of my sister's clothes too. I remember one time playing baseball for the first time.
Right.
And I was sliding in the first base. And my dress went over my head. And everybody could see my panties.
You ain't right.
So I've been
See, this is the Orrin that I know. You sit up here being a businessman. I'm like, dude, they need to see how funny you are. But anyway, but going back to your story, you grew up in a big family.
I grew up in a big family, and I used to wear my brother's jeans. And they were so thin, had so many holes in them, I could set on a dime and tell you whether it was heads or tails. Well, I can't remember life. So this guy come to me, he said, listen, he said, Orrin, he said, we got honey buns and snacks and all this stuff. If you want this, you got to do what we say do and hang with us.
Right.
I said, okay, I'm in. So we would go in and break in trucks and steal food.
Right.
And that's what I was in this gang. And they say do this, you do this. We would steal inner tubes and we were selling them. So basically I was following the fool. Yeah. And this white teacher by the name of James Edge taught me chess, purchased me a chess book, and I became the first African American to beat the Alabama state champion in chess.
Was this also in New York?
No, this was in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
This was in Birmingham, Alabama. I went to high school in Birmingham, Alabama, and went to Hayes High School. And a lot of people call me doctor, and because they call me doctor because I signed PhD, I just hope they don't Google me and find out what it stands for.
Okay. I was going to say, dude, you cannot be on this show saying you're a doctor.
Well, I am. I got proof. Okay. I have a public high school diploma, PhD.
You know what?
So, I mean, everything I say can be bagged.
Well, if that's the case, I'm a PhD too.
Yeah, everything I say can be bagged up. Fact check me if you
back that up.
Fact check me if you want to. PhD. You can do this. PhD. You can do it here. PhD. So I have a public high school diploma. Okay. So a lot of
you know you're going to have people Googling now.
I have a PhD. Okay, public high school diploma from Hayes High School.
So you go to that, you get an education, this teacher inspires you, which that's important in and of itself because there's a big debate going on with teachers. And you were actually impacted so positively by a teacher that you're now impacting other people's lives. So you go from being a state trooper, you start Be Someone 18 years ago. How are you able to fund this program and get, because I see you all over the place. I'm honored to have you on the show, but the fact is you've been followed around by CNN. You've been, on all kinds of broadcasts. Just a little while ago, I saw you in, was it Alabama or was it was another interview? Washington, D.C. accepting awards and stuff. So obviously there are people that know about you. How do you get the word out about Be Someone?
Well, a lot of people assume that I got money coming in, and I don't. I really don't. It's been a struggle. I mean,
and you are a nonprofit.
I'm a nonprofit.
So y'all,
I've had some disconnect
support
notice.
This gentleman.
I've had some disconnect notice. I got a letter in the mail for a bounce check the other day. But God is so good because
we're gonna cut that out. But go ahead.
We're gonna cut it out.
I'm just messing.
Well, no, I got a bounce check. But I'm living my dream because teaching the children makes my heart sing.
Yeah.
And I'm doing God's work. And here's a quote that I live by. I got this from Charles Stanley. He said,
Charles Stanley.
He said, obey God and leave all the consequences to him. And so going back to your question, I stepped out on faith and I went for broke, and I didn't have a lot of money, but I started Be Someone because of the senseless killing, and I'm just trying to stop the violence. Human life has value. I'm just teaching people to think it out, don't shoot it out, put brains before bullets, and the only way to fight is to use your head. So it's been a struggle keeping the doors on, and I need people to support me because a lot of people assume because I'm on TV that I got money coming in, and I don't.
Honestly, that's what I thought. Every time I see, look at you. You always look sharp. You got your blinging watch going.
Yeah, this is a $40 watch from Walmart. It just looks.
But I do see you impacting lives. I don't care about the bling. I don't care about the suits. I care about the fact that when I see you, I honestly see you in front of these kids. I see you playing chess with these kids. I see you doing programs up at Stonecrest and Lithonia and in Stone Mountain and across the nation. And the thing that inspires me is that I see so many people that say they're going to do something, whereas you're actually doing it on a day-to-day basis. How do you keep going when it is tough?
I love it. I love it. Let me give you an example. I paid to go to a training class to learn how to monetize what you're doing. And the DeKalb County school system called me and asked me, will I come and volunteer for 5 hours to help the kids? I left a class that I left it with the volunteer, and wow, I love it because I know I'm stopping these kids from breaking in your home.
Yeah.
I know I'm teaching these children to choose peace instead of violence. I know what I'm doing works.
Yeah. I don't think people understand that. those type of activities do give children another outlet. I remember for me as a kid, I mean, I never really learned chess, and you're going to help me learn chess. And my husband knows how to play chess, but my grandmother always would play little board games with us. When we went to her house, we'd play checkers, or we'd play, Sorry and those type of things. Or she'd take us on a short trip to the farm or to the park. Those things kept my mind away from things that they shouldn't be on. And that's what you're doing for these kids. And I think those are the things that as a society we take for granted. Those little things that we can be doing in kids' lives on a daily basis. What made you come to that realization? I know the chess was a catalyst for you, but there still had to be some point in your life where you said, okay, I want to help these kids, and chess is the way.
Well,
how did that come about?
Well, number one, I was, in and out of,
Yeah.
I was in and out of foster home making bad choices, and I know the teacher made an impact on me. He stood up for me, and I'm gonna be honest with you. This teacher would teach me on his break.
Wow.
He could have got fired for some of the stuff he did. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I thank God for my life. It's like I'm gonna cry here because this teacher went out on a limb to help me. And he saw me making bad choices, and he went completely out on a limb, bought me a book, took me to UAB, did stuff for me, out of his own pocket. It's like, wow. And I asked him, I said, why'd you help me?
Yeah.
He said, when he was my age, he got in trouble.
Right.
And someone helped him.
That's right.
And he was just paying it forward.
He's paying it forward. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're paying it forward.
The person who outgives the competition beats the competition. I'm always outgive everybody. I'm always do more. A lady called me at 1:30 in the morning. She said, listen, I called every agency in Atlanta. No one would help me with my son. He's making some bad choices. She said, will you sign a court affidavit and help my son? I said, yes.
What was the court affidavit for?
It was like I was telling the courts that I would volunteer a year and help her son.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And I told her, I signed the court affidavit. And the reporter said, why would you take a phone call from a complete stranger that you don't know and volunteer? I said, a full-time soldier sleeps with his boots on.
Oh, I like that.
It's not about me, it's about we. And it takes teamwork to make the dream work.
A full-time soldier sleeps with his boots on. That's awesome.
Yeah, and you never know, it was inconvenience to me, but it's not about me, it's about we.
Yeah.
And we have to realize that when you are inconvenienced, it's for blessings for someone else. We're not here for ourselves. We're here to be a blessing.
We're here to serve.
We're here to serve.
That's where happiness comes from. And I think one of the reasons why you're so happy, or at least every time I see you, regardless of what you're going through, you got to smile. Best day.
Lady said, did you hit the lottery? I said, yes, I hit the lottery. I hit the lottery every day I wake up.
Yeah.
You have to create your own lottery.
That's right.
And so I'm living my dream because teaching the children makes my heart sing.
Yeah.
And when I can share with someone how to win the game of life, you win the game of life by giving.
Yeah.
The word love means to give without expecting anything in return. God is love. And so when you give, you win. There's a song out by the Average White Man said, the sooner you give, the sooner you get to have. Elton John stole my words. I told Elton John, I said, when you give, you win. So he put it in the song. He said, we all agree, as we join the stampede, you should never take more than you give.
From the circle of life. That's
you
right.
You should never take more than you give. So once you be a giver, you win. Now, when you get, there's a story in the Bible when you gave, it came back 5,000-fold.
Yeah.
So giving is the best investment you can make.
It is.
People don't even get it.
But how do you get that across to people when people are like, oh, I got to pay my bills, or I got to go to work, or I got kids and I'm busy? I mean, like for me, I volunteer at my church. That's my way of giving. My way of giving is to be able to do this program and be able to shine a light on people in the community that are doing things. I may take some tree work, that maybe somebody can't afford, but I try to make it affordable, or I might do something for a nonprofit, similar to what we did for you all.
Right. And
how do you get people to stop and go, listen,
well,
a lot of the sadness and depression is because you're looking inward,
right,
as opposed to, it's good to look inward, but you got to serve.
I'm just breaking the pattern. Progress is impossible unless you do something different. And I'm just teaching people to be givers. Like for you, I run through a brick wall for you because you you're the real deal, and a lot of people are not real, and so I honor you for giving and supporting me and allowing me to do some of the things, and not only giving, but look, hey, or do this now, do this in the future. No one has
somebody did it for me.
Well, and I honor you for that. I was like, oh my God, I run through a brick wall for this woman, because not only is this woman trying to help me help the kid, but she's telling me things to do to make me better. So I honor you for that, and it's people like you that will always be successful, because I'll always promote you. I mean, I just love you. I mean, because you are genuine, and a lot of people don't understand the paradox. The paradox is, if you give, it comes back 100,000, 300-fold or whatever, but people don't understand that because there's a paradox. And I get that. So what we have to teach people is that don't walk by sight so much. You got to walk by faith.
Walk by faith.
Walk by faith.
And not by sight.
The guy said, I'll do it when I see my way clear. That's not faith, bro.
That's right.
We ain't doing that.
If you got to see it, it ain't faith.
That ain't faith.
Exactly.
If I were you, I wouldn't do that. You go quit your government job. You go quit your, I'm gonna quit my government job.
How you gonna quit your good job?
You gonna quit your government job? Yeah.
But like
because
you said,
teaching the kids is an investment, and it's the best investment we can make, because 100% of our future with our young people.
That's right. Like you said, we walk by faith and not by sight. And on that note, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hey lady, I'm here to take down your tree.
Don't just hire anybody, you just never know what you might be getting. Don's Tree Service offers quality service and reasonable prices. Call 770-413-TREE and have our professionals come and give you a free quote. After you choose a service, our crew will come out and work safe and efficiently. Our goal is to leave you with a smile on your face and no debris in your yard.
Not just trees we aim to please. 770-413-TREE.
Welcome back. Once again, we are here with Orrin Checkmate Hudson, and the checkmate is for...
You win, and it's not over till you win, and when you help others win, you win, and that's the key to winning in life. Just be good to other people. I was a state trooper at the Blue Light gun, but everybody I stopped.
You said that too fast.
I was a state trooper. I had the blue light, the badge, the bulletproof vest, the gun, the boots. But everybody I stopped, I treated them like the most important person in the world. Power is an illusion. And whatever you do to someone else is doing to you. Treat people like it's you, because that person is you.
It is.
That person is you.
How do people get in contact with you? Let people know how to get in contact.
You can contact me at besomeone.org, www.besomeone.org. My email is info@besomeone.org. And be the champion.
That's right. Now, once again, as I stated, I've seen you all over the place. What are some of your future goals for Be Someone, or what are you working on right now?
My goal is to have strategy academies across the country. Strategy academies. So if you go to strategyacademies.com, you'll see my program.
You already got the website?
I already got the website, because, write the vision, make it plain, and share it with people. I'm sharing people now. I need their help. I'm playing a game without pieces, and I need people to join me. And my goal is to get 1,000 people donating money every month to my program, so that we can really change lives, because I'm doing stuff that works.
You are.
I mean, you can give me a kid.
Tell us about one of your success stories.
I took a kid who the judge was going to lock him up, and the judge said, I'm going to give you one more chance. His name was Aaron Porter. And the judge, because his dad was in jail for like 15 years, his dad come home, they get in a fight, and he almost go to jail for attempted murder on his own dad. So the judge gave him one more chance to get his life corrected. They called me over, I helped him, I coached this kid. We traveled to Augusta, Georgia, we win the state championship. Because I'm teaching children that you're responsible for your own success. If it's to be, it's got to be me, no one's coming to the rescue. But I'm teaching children how to think independently and how to make great decisions.
That's right.
Now, when he was playing the championship match for the state championship, I'm not allowed to tell him. Football, you can holler and tell people what to do.
Right, but in chess, you can't do that.
I can't tell
him that. You can't be over there like,
they got me in I'm in a soundproof room. I can't do anything. They got me in a soundproof room. They got me strapped to a chair. I can't tell him. And I go, what happened? I was like, I won, coach. And he said, Coach, I remember what you taught in class. I said, what happened? He said, I lost my queen, but I remember what you said in class. The queen is the most powerful piece on the board.
Of course. The queen is the most
She's
powerful.
7 times more powerful than the king. But he said he lost his queen, and he remember what we teach in class. Don't focus on what you lost. Focus on what you have left.
That's
and
good.
Work with what you got.
Work
with what you got.
You should be a songwriter, man. But it's so true. That reminds me of a story, and I don't know if you knew this, but a few years back, I lost because I had a relative that basically stole from me and stole my database, and is still doing that. But I got to a point where I let that go because I realized it was actually a blessing.
Yeah.
You know, it was like God took cancer out of my life. Sometimes you think you're losing something,
Right.
but you can't focus on that. You have to focus on the blessing in it. Don't focus on what you lost.
And sometimes you have too many, and sometimes the less you have, the better, because God want to show you the power of Him, so that so He can get the glory. All praise go to God. That's why I thank God for my life, because sometimes you have to separate in order to elevate.
Right.
Ooh,
repeat that. Repeat that, please.
Sometimes you have to separate in order to elevate.
I ain't trying to say that is. Yes, I am trying to say that.
An angel of the Lord.
You got to separate
in order to elevate.
In order to elevate. You got to separate in order to elevate. Go ahead.
An angel of the Lord came to Gideon and said, "Build an army." And so he builds an army, and he gets it up to 100,000 people. God said, "You got too many." He gets it down to 10,000. God said, "You got too many."
Yeah.
He gets it down to 300. God said, "Okay, let's go with that."
Yeah.
And the 300 beats the 100,000, because God said, "I won't show you."
Yes.
Because if you have the 100,000, you'll think you won.
That's
but
right.
I'm going to show you that
He puts you in a place where it's nothing but Him.
You know it's Him. Like me, for
Yeah.
example. Disney
Yeah.
called me to teach children chess because of my PhD.
Yeah.
Public good. I stayed at this hotel. They put me in a Ritz-Carlton. The towel was
Ritz-Carlton.
The Ritz-Carlton.
You said the Ritz-Carlton.
I call it rich because I thought I was rich. Let me tell you why I know I was rich.
I love it.
Let me tell you why I was rich. I can prove it. The bathrobes were so thick and fluffy, I could barely get my suitcase closed. I walked in the shower and it said, "Please place shower curtain. Please place shower curtain in tub before bathing." It took me an hour to take those big things off and put them back. I went to the bank. They said, "We need a statement." I said, "Okay, I'm optimistic."
I think wait a minute. If memory serves you right, you've done comedy before, right? You've done a couple of shows, haven't you?
I've done a few things at the punchline.
Okay, I know. That's the other place that I've seen your face, because you are funny. But getting back to Disney, how did the Disney thing come about?
PhD.
Which means public high school diploma, y'all.
Right, public high school.
For those of y'all that are Googling, go ahead.
Public high school. But I teach the children as though my life depends on it, because it does. And I think it shows, and I'm constantly giving. And the person who outgives the competition beats the competition.
Right.
Nobody in the world is going to outwork me.
But going back to how Disney, but you said Disney reached out to you to
right, and I train kids in 4 cities. Got a chance to work with Lupita Nyong'o. She's in the Black Panther movie right now. But the beauty thing, I think one of the reasons she won the 12 Years a Slave Academy Award is because she knows chess. Chess is about patterns.
She does.
Yeah, chess is about patterns. Once you know the pattern, you can plan, prepare, position, predict, prevent poor performance. It allows you to prosper because you know what's coming next. It gives you power, prestige, and it gives you a POV. Allows you to prevail. So.
And POV stands for point of view.
Point of view, yeah.
Okay.
So you have this point of view and this power and this prestige, and you're able to see these patterns so you can prioritize things. Right. And I think when people learn chess, it opens up their mind for opportunity, because opportunity is all around you. You just got to be able to see the pattern.
So y'all go learn to play chess. Now, this ain't just for your kids. Go learn to play chess.
Yeah, because you'll learn patterns. And it's 2, 4, 6, 8. That's a pattern.
Yeah.
280 days to have a baby. That's a pattern. Once you know the pattern, you know when traffic's going to bag up. You know when there's no traffic.
Right.
Okay. 3 is American Express. 4 Visa. 5 MasterCard. 6 Discover Card. That's a pattern. Once you know the pattern, you can position yourself and prioritize, and you can plan and be in a position to win the game.
That's awesome.
And that's how I win. Awesome. A lot of the games I win in chess is because I give.
Yeah.
And my opponent, I beat one of the top Russian grandmasters in the world.
Yeah, tell us about that.
I beat one of the top Russian grandmasters in the world. His name is Rashid Ziyatanov. And the reason I was able to beat him is because I gave away a rook, which is worth 5 points, for a pawn, which is worth 1 point. Mm-hmm. So you got to give to get.
Yeah.
So I gave up the rook which I'm losing now. Most people are afraid to do that. I can't do that. That's crazy. You lose money. No, you're not losing. But see, it gives you position. But see, people don't understand the paradox of life. The paradox of life is that when you give to people, it comes back. I gave
It really does. It really
people
does.
don't understand that.
It is.
I would run through a brick wall for
and
you.
and
people don't even understand that. I would take your because I know your heart. I read in your heart, and it's not about you.
It's really
when
not.
When people find out it's not about you, then they, But everybody have these what we call hidden agendas.
That's oh my goodness. I wish I could just wrap my hands around that statement. People have hidden agendas. People are like,
and they don't understand.
Why would you want to promote other businesses? Why would you want to promote other companies? Well, my agenda is I know that when I give, I receive way more than I'm giving.
Right.
I've been surrounded by so many great people that have blessed me.
Right. This guy was telling me the other day. He said, Orrin, I can't get anywhere. I can't everything I'm doing at work. I said, man, your heart is not right. You owe me money. You won't even pay me. You did this. You ain't gonna be blessed like that, bro. Right. You gotta do right. You can't. You say you would do this. You ain't did nothing. You said integrity. If I had to teach you one thing, this will put millions of dollars in your pocket. This will make you very successful. Integrity. Yeah. Do what you say you're going to do. Be true to yourself and be true to others and and serve other people.
That's right.
Quit being about you.
It's a hard lesson to learn because I'm telling you, I have been through some of the worst financial ups and downs. And every time I go through them or went through them, I was like, I can't afford this, I can't afford that. And I'm still at a point where I'm growing and building my business and overcoming challenges. But I basically had to sit down and make and this is a lesson, guys. I had to sit down and make a list of every single person that I owed and say, when can I take care of this? How can I take care of this? And that doesn't mean I did it perfect, but I'm trying to get better and better. To communicate with people, talk to people, and you'll be surprised how all of a sudden stuff starts coming to you. Things start happening in your life, and you can't get overwhelmed by the challenges. Sometimes I hear people say, well, Donna, you don't understand. I can't do this because I'm in debt. You can always volunteer your time. Mm-hmm. You can always babysit somebody's kid. Mm-hmm. You can always make a meal for somebody and offer them a meal. There's always a way to give back, and it comes back to you tenfold. Right, And when you're in debt, which we brought this up, when you're in debt, and I'm telling you, I'm the queen of debt. You got to talk to people. You got to communicate. I've been through the avoiding people's phone calls, not communicating, and it doesn't work. It really doesn't. For a minute, you feel like, okay, I got away. But inside, what it does to your integrity and what it does to your character is not worth it. Even if you pick up the phone and say, I just don't have it, but I want to call you. And then they yell at you, so what? You did your part by trying to communicate. But for some reason, I got off on a tangent on that, but I felt like I needed to.
I'm very direct. I'm very straight up with people, and I tell people like it is. And I don't sugarcoat stuff. And a lot of people will be nice and try to, not tell you. I'm going to be very direct. I'm going to say, listen, this kid came to me. He said, I'm the hardest working guy on my job. Yeah. He said, I arrive early, I stay late. He said, they won't promote me, and they won't give me no extra money. I said, I tell you, I know why. I said, I want you to cut your hair and I want you to pull your pants up. Yeah. He calls me back. He said he's making $8 more an hour.
Wow.
He said, well, people shouldn't judge me by my appearance. I said, well, let me give you a clue. They have nothing else to judge you on.
That's true.
I'm very direct. I'm going to tell you like it is. Cut your hair and pull your pants up. Yeah. He's making $8 an hour. Now, I could have sugarcoated
or $8 told him, more an hour than he was.
Yeah, he's making $8. He's making $320 more a week. Now I could have been soft and go, is they far?
You could have been politically correct.
I could have been. I ain't being clear. I'm gonna be direct. I'm very direct. I'm going straight to I'm gonna feed you intravenous. I'm gonna say, listen, okay, do this. And see what happens. Yeah. Bam.
And be honest that it's hard too. But what I've learned is when you do the hard things, life gets easier.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right. Let me word that for you. When you do what's easy, your life will be hard. When you do what's hard, your life will be easy.
Yes.
Checkers is easy to play, but my cat can play checkers. Watch this. Oscar, get over here. I'm gonna show you
something. Off with checkers.
Oscar, come over here. Oscar took me out in checkers. You feel me? So I switched the game to chess so the guy could beat me. Yeah. I'm tired of failing. You feel me?
I do feel you. I feel you.
I'm tired of failing. I said, let me switch this game to chess. The cat can't play chess because the knight is 1, 2, turn. Let me hear you say it. One, two, turn. Let me hear you say it. 1, 2, turn.
I think somewhere we veered off. Getting back to be someone. You talked about what you're working on right now. You talked about a little bit about your success stories. Tell us once again how we can get in contact with you and support your business, support your organization.
BeSomeone.org needs your help. BeSomeone.org is a website, and they can call us at 770-465-6445. And I'm on a mission to teach 1 million kids. I've trained over 60,000 children, and my goal is 1 million, and I need your help.
And what's that time frame for doing that 1 million, or is that just a lifetime?
No, eventually it's going to be 1 billion, but we're going to start off with 1 million because each one teach one. But by 2016.
What?
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say. I was like, wait a minute.
It's 2018. I say about 2020. Is what we're saying, because we're going to try to leverage the technology on the internet. So 2020, we want to have perfect vision to do that, but we need your help. We need more people to join us in our efforts to teach young people brains before bullets. Have the law enforcement background, the gun, and all that stuff. But I have a new weapon of choice. There's a new sheriff in town. I have a king, a queen, and a pawn, not a gun.
Yeah, I like that.
So the new weapon of choice is the king, the queen, and a pawn,
and not a gun.
Mm-hmm.
I like
We're going to think it out, don't shoot it out.
That's right.
My mind is a pearl. I can change the world. I tell children, I make them repeat out to me. I said, thanks.
Why are you not writing a book? Seriously, because you got so many little snippets.
I need
that
people
I can't
to help
even keep
me.
up. Like my brain is being fried. I got to keep that one. I got to get that one.
I need some people to help me put that together. So if you're out there listening and you have writing skills, I need you to keep me.
Well, I did just finish my book, From Failure to Fabulous, but I'm changing the cover. So
I love that, From Failure to Fabulous. I love that.
I had to, sometimes you go through so much stuff and you realize what I'm going through can't just be for me. So I said, let me put my struggles on paper and how I overcame. And
I love it because that's my story. I went to the World Open and I lost 8 straight games in the World Open.
Yes.
And I tell people I went from failure to fabulous because I made a lot of mistakes. I'm the king of failure. I lost more chess games than anyone in the world.
Right.
And that's why I succeed, because I've been there, done that.
Well, awesome. Well, yes, you have been there, done that. Thank you. I got to say, it is always a pleasure talking with you. The main reason why I wanted you on the show is because I am so proud of what you're doing, and I want to see the support there for what you're doing in our community. I know you've got to get going, but once again, thank you for coming on our show. Tell the people one more time how to get in contact with you.
BeSomeone.org, info at BeSomeone.org, 770-465-6445. Be someone. Be someone.
And on that note, I'd like to plant a seed. Please remember that you are someone. It doesn't matter what other people say about you. All that matters is what you know about you and what God says about you. So have an amazing day. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Bye.